What's going on, shipheads? JD from Talking Ship back at you with
Kenny. What's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just trying to recover from this cruise. Just got home yesterday.
Oh yeah. Like I told you, I was jelly, real jelly that you went on that cruise without me. You know, we'll get over it though.
Yeah, for sure. So I just got off the Allure of the Seas. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Allure.
Throw some quick facts at you about the Allure.
Oh, that's some facts.
18 total decks.
Facts.
2,100 crew members.
Fact.
2,859 staterooms.
Ooh, fact.
And hopefully this fact sheet was updated, I'm pretty sure, since the revamp that they did last year. Let's see, it's 15 bars and lounges.
Ooh, fact. Bet you like that one, though.
Oh, for sure. And they had some, we'll get into it in a few minutes, but they had a couple places on this ship that I had not been to yet. That was pretty good. 5,700 total guests.
Fact.
And its maiden voyage on the original was in 2010.
Fact. I didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah, 2010, and then the revamp was last year, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
And you went on the original before the revamp.
Yes,
we
I
talked
did.
about that in the last episode.
I surely did.
Before we get into all the highlights from the Allure trip, let's get into a couple pieces of cruise news and rumors.
All right. I bet you got some good stuff.
Yeah, you know, trying to get things together for this episode, just getting off the cruise, still being in a fog, and my liver trying to regenerate and all that. We're just going to do a few quick ones from Royal and move on to the actual episode. So
Sounds
the first
good.
one from Royal, you know, the plastic cups you get at the start of your cruise, the Coke cups, everybody calls them.
Yes.
Starting in March, they're no longer going to be standard. It's going to be $5 per cup versus, you know, now if you have any of the drink packages, whether it be the refreshment package or the unlimited drink package, you get that cup standard. They're not going to do that anymore.
So you're not getting a cup with the drink package? Did I hear that correctly? With any of the drink packages?
Correct. It's going to be a $5 upcharge if you want one of the cups.
Just to get the cup. It ain't like a $5 charge extra a day. You know what I'm saying?
No, just
Hopefully
to get the
not.
cup.
I don't understand the whole $5 a cup thing. I mean, for one, them cups ain't worth $5. You know, they don't keep nothing cold to begin with. But, you know, if you want some soda and, you know, stuff like that, they're worth getting it for that. But I don't understand why all these cruise lines are nickel and diming people.
Well, it makes more sense to me. I mean, up the charge of the drink package by $5.
Yeah. Give me my... I don't know.
Make me think I'm getting something for free.
I know, right? Good God. I'm already paying an arm and a leg for the drink package, and now I can't get a cup.
Right.
Wow.
So another from Royal. All the ones are going to be from Royal today. The Radiance
Royal.
of the Seas. Radiance of the Seas is, and I think this is a huge mistake, they're getting rid of their pub, the English pub that's on every ship, and they are going to convert that to a non-smoking casino. And they're doing it quietly. Like, there isn't a whole lot out there about it. People are just getting on the ship, and they're seeing that the pub is gone, and now there's a non-smoking casino in its place. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a smoker. You are. The smoke doesn't really bother me, and I already know if I'm going to gamble, you know, in the big casino, there's a smoking side and a non-smoking side. Even on the non-smoking side, you can still smell it. It doesn't really bother me. I understand it does bother some people, and that there is a need for a non-smoking casino, but I think it's a mistake, man. I think that pub, I mean, yes, they're going to make more money in the non-smoking casino than they are in the pub because it's already paid for. But
Yeah. But they're taking away some entertainment, you know? Like you said, I do smoke and I do gamble. And I do, say like on the bigger ships, I'll even go to the non-smoking, you know, ones that they built on the big ships. But to take away the pub, I mean, I think that's a popular venue, in my opinion.
yeah, why not take away the bionic bar? I mean, that's worthless.
I hate that thing. I friggin' hate that stupid thing. It's a one and done thing. You know what I'm saying? One and done. For one, the bionic
Yeah,
bar takes about, I don't know, half a day to make you a drink. I ain't
right.
got that kind of time.
Yeah, I've tried
Yeah.
that bionic bar 3 times, and all 3 times it made my drink wrong.
Yeah, it's worthless. It was cool at the time, but I'm like you. Get rid of that thing and put a small non-smoking casino. Why take away actual entertainment? I
Right.
don't agree with that. But my theory is, you know how Royal does things. If they do it on one ship, guess what, folks? It's going to happen on some more ships. And I
That's
think
right.
that's a bad idea.
I do too. I don't like it. But in contrast to it, there's probably a bunch of people that are applauding it.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. But I just think, you know, don't take away. And I guess you can consider gambling entertainment. It's not your traditional type of entertainment, but I would I would much rather still have another option to go listen to some music and just sit and conversate with my boys or my family or whatever, or some new friends. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can
Exactly.
get all my gambling done in the regular casino, personally.
Right.
But
Um, I think we talked about this on the last episode, but I want to say it again because it's a real thing. Vape ban in Mexico. If you're caught vaping in Mexico, it's a fine at the minimum, but they can throw you in jail for it. And right now, anytime ever, but especially right now, don't think Mexico's a place you want to go to jail.
no, 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 and that's a hard no. Nope. You get put in the Mexican jail, you might as well just cancel Christmas because I don't know. You probably ain't gonna see your people for a minute, and if you do see them,
Right.
you ain't gonna be the same kind of person.
Right. They're banning smart glasses. The new, I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
Meta glasses that
yeah.
have cameras in them and all that.
I could
They're
see
banning
that.
those. I can too
I
because
could see that.
they specified the casino, spa, restrooms, and youth facilities.
Right.
You're wearing a camera in any of them places, you're up to no good anyway.
Exactly. And a lot of these newer meta glasses, you can't tell that they're recording either, because like the first ones, they always had that little light on there. As soon as you started recording, you could see that little blinky light, right? Not no more, man. Some of these glasses look just like glasses, and you sitting here videoing me take a poop, in the bathroom or something, and I can't get down with that. And then I'm on TikTok taking a poop. You know what I'm saying? Because I sing sometimes when I'm pooping, and that's probably what.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I could, but I'm like you. If they're videoing and they're in those spots you just mentioned, yeah, they're up to no good, and yeah, I'm not a
Right.
big fan of them things because I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves in this technology thing, and people are going to start posting stuff and seeing stuff that don't need to be out there.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother story. I mean, some of the people that shouldn't be as good as they are with this technology uh, are up to no good.
But yeah, yeah. I agree, man.
I thought this was funny. So a bunch of bartenders and servers were polled, and not by me. This is in the news, and asked what the worst and most common dad joke is that they hear on a daily basis.
I bet you they hear a shit ton.
Well, when I heard the answer to this, I immediately sighed because I know I said it at least 10 times on my last cruise. You
What is
ready?
it? Go ahead, hit me with it.
When they ask if you want another drink, I'm not driving.
You probably look at him with
Yeah.
a straight face too. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
driving.
Yeah, and on the last day, I was, feeling a little bit rough, and I ordered Coke Zero, and then I finished it, and everybody else was ordering drinks, and I even said it to him that day, yeah, on my last day. "You want another one?" "With a Coke Zero." I was like, "I'm not driving."
Yeah, yeah, they probably hear that, 9 out of 10 people, who
Oh,
come
yeah.
to the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I probably said it. I can't remember saying it, you know why. But I have probably said it.
Last one here. Oh, the family suites, pretty expensive.
Right?
I don't know what ship it was on, but apparently there's a family suite that's about $8,000 a night.
Yeah. That's per person, right?
I'm not sure about per person. It just
I bet
says
it is.
eight $8,000 a night suite. So a family was evicted from their $8,000 a night suite
Ooh,
because dad thought it was a good idea to go to the pool and invite 40 people he was partying with back to the suite for a little house party.
a little soiree.
Right. So that got out of hand quick.
Yeah,
Security came, had to
gotcha.
evict him.
You know what? Here's my thing. You pay that kind of I'm I'm not condoning going in and, tearing the place up or nothing like that, right?
Right.
But those things are pretty big. Those big, two-story suites. They're pretty big, and they probably can hold 40 to 60 people. I don't really have a problem with that many people being in there, but obviously it must have got out of hand if security got called and whatever else. But if I make friends with 40 people at whatever time and I've rented a, $8,000 a night freaking room, I'm gonna have some people in there, more than likely.
Yeah. Here's my opinion on it. There are so many places that you can tell those 40 people to meet you at a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because you I think of it this way. This family paid $8,000 a night for their suite. There's gotta be another one right next door to it where
Right.
that family bought the suite just to relax,
I
and now
get
they
it.
gotta hear this soiree going on next door, and they're like, "Hey, I paid $8,000 a night too, and I
Right,
deserve some
right,
peace and quiet." But you're right too, where, I pay $8,000 a night, you ain't gonna tell me what I can do in my room.
right. $8,000 a night ain't chump change.
Right.
Ain't chump change. Not that I could do it, because I damn sure can't. But,
No, oh, no.
I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't invite 40. But and here's the thing, you might wanna show your room off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might wanna show it off just one time. So you invite a few. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I could. I'll put it this way. And you're just like me. You meet people on the ship, and I'd say 4 or 5 of those people that you meet, you really can talk to. You know what I'm saying? And have a cool conversation with and laugh and cut up and drink. So I might invite 5 people as opposed to 40, I guess. I'm not going down to the pool and going, "Hey, party up in room 1127." You know what I'm No, that's not gonna happen. Because I don't want nobody stealing my shit. Because that happens, we gonna have a come to Jesus meeting. I'm punching everybody. Some of my shit come up missing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess 40 people, a bit much, but I could see 5 to 10 that you've made good friends with on the ship.
But yeah. Yeah, I don't see an issue with that at
show it
all.
off, you know. Because I would. I'd be like, "Hey, check out this fucking big ass room, dude. What you think? You got one of these? Nope, too bad."
Uh, no, I got an interior.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that would be awkward.
You ready to jump into a review of the Allure of the Seas?
Allure, I most definitely am, and I have some questions for you, JD.
All right, let's get into it.
I'm gonna need your full honesty. I'm
As
interviewing
always.
you. Question number one. Tell me a little bit about the ship. First impressions, just a little overview. What you think?
So I didn't realize until right before I got on the ship that it was basically laid out the same as what was the last ship I was on? Symphony
Gotcha.
or Oasis. I was on the Oasis.
Oasis, Oasis, Oasis.
S Yeah,
Still same.
with a few new additions.
Uh-huh.
But no, I thought it was I tell you what, it was the smoothest, um, embarkation. I got out of the Uber, handed off my bag. She told me where to go, went straight up the escalator, no sitting in the waiting room, straight from the handing off my bags to boarding the ship.
Nice.
So smoothest embarkation, and that was out of Fort Lauderdale. Smoothest embarkation I've ever had. And it was the same for disembarkation too. I mean, it was right off. Um, I mean, it was walking the gangway to getting in the Uber within 10 minutes.
Very nice. Yeah. They've got that getting on and getting off down to a science.
Yeah. And so when I first got on the ship, where we got on at, immediately to my left was the new bar, the Pesky Parrot.
Ooh.
So yeah, so we got to see that right away. Didn't stop in there, straight to the pool deck for that first signature drink.
First drink of the day. So it was pleasing to the eye aesthetically. Yes, no.
Yes, yes.
Very
Yeah, and
nice.
and I hadn't been on it before the revamp. So I don't know comparison wise what I was seeing different, but knowing ahead of time that it had just been redone, you could tell. I mean, it was nice.
Gotcha. Very nice. Wow. All right. Let's jump into some of the stuff. What did you think about the entertainment? What was the best entertainment, worst entertainment, or was it all great?
Okay, entertainment. I am a huge stickler for entertainment. Being a music guy, um, yeah, this is gonna be long here.
You go
So
right ahead, buddy.
I am very entertainment based whenever I get on a ship. I'm one of those people that I have to be entertained. I have to be doing something, which, watching a band is what I prefer, or music.
Hmm.
So let me start with the comedians. The two comedians, and I feel bad I can't remember their names. One of them we followed on Instagram. Kennedy was his last name. Anyway, the two comedians were probably the best two comedians I have seen. Not only on a ship, I go to a lot of comedy shows, Kevin
Uh,
Hart, uh, everybody, and, they always have openers. These
right.
guys blew the openers away from any headliner I've ever seen. They were great.
That's
I
impressive.
rarely do, yeah, I rarely do the comedy night and then go see them again on the last night. I
Hmm.
did for these guys. They were both really good. Uh,
Hey.
and the pub entertainment, I like to go sit in there and listen to the dude, play his guitar and sing a couple songs. Little disappointing on this one compared to the last one. The last one was kind of like the piano bar guy, where they sing, they do songs everybody can sing along to.
Right.
This guy, everything was very mellow. Like, he played all slow songs.
Oh,
And
no.
no, but looking around the room,
No.
knowing, yeah, looking around the room, knowing I was going to answer this question, I was kind of trying to catch a vibe from everybody, and nobody was really even listening to him.
Yeah. I don't
where
I'm pretty sure you don't wanna go to the pub to cry in your beer. You know what I'm saying?
no, and, you know, there was a couple people, older couples, 70-year-old couples that were kinda feeling them, but, people
Mm-mm.
our age and younger.
Right.
Yeah, he was good. He was a great musician. He great voice.
So was younger, older? What?
He was about our age, yeah, so, midlife kinda guy. I'm not gonna say old or young. Our age, midlife. But, no, I mean, and typically the pub entertainer isn't somebody that would be singing in one of the musicals. Not saying
Right.
they don't have a great voice, but there's different standards of a good voice, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
Usually the pub guys aren't that great. Well, this guy, he could actually sing in the musical. I mean, his voice was awesome, but the songs that he chose to play was like Lisa Loeb and, um, like think of a band with a sing along, but then there's a slow song. He would choose the
Oh,
slow song
oh,
versus the
no.
sing along.
Yeah, I'm not going there for love ballads,
Yeah, and perfect. Yeah, perfect. Love ballads. That's what he was doing.
Nope.
And then the piano bar guy, he was pretty good. Um, he did, there was like a Beatles night, which one of the guys in my group, uh, Steve, he's a huge Beatles fan. So we went for Beatles night and he did a bunch of Beatles songs. And then there was a Billy Joel night. There was a
Ooh,
Elton John night.
ooh,
And then, just the regular night. Of course, he throws all those songs in there anyway. But no, he was pretty good. We went and saw him probably 4 different times. Yeah, 4 different times. Um, didn't go to Love and Marriage for the first time ever on a ship,
why's that?
and I was in the casino, and I was
Gotcha.
on a heater. I was on a heater,
Yeah, you
couldn't
were.
go, and, everybody knows you don't get up from a heater.
Or a drink.
But, 2 of the guys in my group did go to Love and Marriage, and they also go to every one, and they told me it was probably the worst one in the way of, how usually Love and Marriage, it's always the couple that's been married the longest ends up being hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, the old couple is always the funniest.
He said they weren't. He said nobody did anything funny, and he said the cruise director, who is the host of this show, didn't really encourage anybody to be real funny. It was just
That's
kinda
not good.
blasé.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
supposed to be, you know, well, I don't know the exact word, but kinda steering you towards something funny, right?
exactly. Yeah, they're supposed to lead you that way. But yeah, so he said on, all the ones that he has been to so far, it was just kinda blasé, just,
Mm,
going through the motions. He said I didn't miss anything. Our cruise was pretty windy. They had to cancel the water show a couple different nights.
gotcha. Yeah.
And then the one night that we did catch it, of course, you've been to many of the water shows, so you
Uh-huh.
know that at some point during the show, there's the high wire
Yeah.
act up above. They didn't do that.
Oh,
Uh,
'cause of the still a little windy?
well, that particular night, there wasn't any, so I don't know if it just wasn't part of that water show, and I meant to go check it out, again to see if it was something different on a different night, that maybe it was
Uh,
because of the winds. But like I said, it was perfectly calm this night. There was no high wire dude, and there was no, how the 2 guys compete on those wires above the water.
uh-huh.
They do flips and jump back and f that wasn't there either. It was just dancing and,
What? Was the boat
yeah,
moving any like, a little bit, or
we were crawling because we were just going from Costa Maya to Cozumel, which
Wow.
is a very short trip.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
never seen that before. 'Cause I
no,
would've thought maybe the boat was rocking or, something to that nature. They could still do some of the other stuff, but not that, way the hell up there high wire. Or but that wouldn't make sense either if the 2 dudes on the 2 band things couldn't do nothing.
And like I said, they did cancel it a couple nights, which, I mean, the first 2 days of our cruise, it barely broke 60 degrees, and it was, I mean, you had to wear a sweatshirt, and, uh, and it was very windy. So the first couple nights that they canceled it, totally agreed. I mean, wow, you can't do what they do, high winds
Right.
and the boat's moving. Uh-uh. But this night, like I said, it was perfectly calm. It was nice out. It was like 80 degrees, and uh it was no different. Weather-wise, conditions, winds, all that, boat moving. It was no different than any other water show I'd ever been to on the night
Really?
that we went. So I don't know. I don't know if it was, precaution or if it just wasn't in this show.
And I love them guys on them 2 band things jumping and doing that crazy looking stuff. I mean, I couldn't do it, but it looks cool as
Yeah.
shit.
I
Well, that
kinda wanna
sucked.
try it. I kinda wanna try it.
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, I mean, you're like a cat, though. You probably would. Secretly,
Uh,
you get on there and be doing the same thing they're doing, and I'm just like jealous, and I'm like, I couldn't do that.
well, I still think I can roller skate and skateboard too, but I'm not gonna try it.
Yeah, yeah. Slot Whisperer always talking about, hey, we ought to go roller skating. I'm thinking, you know what? I like both my ankles. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see, what else did, man, I don't wanna sound like I'm totally dogging it because it was my one of my favorite cruises so far, but
Right.
I am very, um, judgy when it comes to entertainment.
Ain't
Like,
nothing wrong with
just
that.
real quick, what I'm talking about is like the bands in, what's the club that's on every ship where,
Music hall?
yeah, but it's called something, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Maybe it is just music hall, but so the band comes in there, and they'll do, like, 6, 7 songs, and then that's it. Like and I know it's designed for everybody to keep moving, I
Right,
understand,
right.
but, like, you go to a concert, and a concert is at least an hour long.
Right,
I think the bands that are playing in these various bars, so and for those of you who don't know, a lot of the bands are multi-purpose. Like, you might see the band playing Latin music and boleros, and then an hour later see them doing rock music in
correct.
another bar. I think there should be more bands, and I think they should be stationary, and you should have to pick, do I wanna go see this band in this bar, this band in this bar, because they're all playing for an
Right,
hour, 2 hours. I wanna sit there for 2 hours and listen to a band. I don't want 7 songs, and then I gotta rotate to another bar to get a
right.
complete different music vibe. Why
No,
can't they have more musicians?
I agree with that, but I think it's like you said, it's to keep people moving so there's not a bottleneck or something somewhere, but at the same time, it can go, I think 15 to 30 minutes of a band playing ain't enough of, because at the end of that 30 minutes, you're just now getting into it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You are
Yep.
just now getting into it. I done had a couple drinks and I'm ready to wail and, rock out with this band, right? And then they're like, thank you for coming. Drop mic, you know?
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, so I don't wanna be too critical. I just have high standards, like I said, when it comes to that stuff. All I had heard about before the cruise and then on the cruise is my new favorite bar, which we'll get to in a few minutes because I'm sure you got a question about bars and drinks. In the
Yeah.
Mason jar, they have the Country Trio.
Oh,
You
yeah,
look
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I guarantee if you Google right now, the best music on the Allure of the Seas, and from my understanding, they had just came from the Utopia. I guarantee it'll say the Country Trio.
You think so?
I guarantee it's what it would say. But here, here I go. I'm not dogging them because they're decent musicians. They try a little too hard to go with the country theme, and for me, it came
Yeah.
across weird. You got 3 guys from Ecuador are the country trio.
You lying?
No, I'm serious. Which listen, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Nothing
there
wrong,
is.
no,
I wouldn't have
but
thought Ecuador as a
but
country capital.
but they are trying really hard for the country theme in this place. So
Gotcha.
these 3 guys from Ecuador are doing Hank Williams Jr. songs and Waylon Jennings songs and trying to talk in a Southern accent.
Oh, yeah. No,
Wear
no, I don't wanna hear that.
wearing cowboy hats, and again, my issue is, and there was a group of, I think there was 4 of them who follow this band around and had T-shirts made with the country trio and, like, their names and stuff on it, and one of the band members came before the show and met with these guys, and they were hugging all over and exchanging gifts with each other and stuff, like, they followed they're groupies for these guys. They
What?
so I before they started, I was like, "Oh, man, this is about to be on." And then and then he was like, "I'm going to play you some Waylon Jennings," and he even threw a y'all in there,
He said,
and I'm like,
"Oh,
"Whoa."
no, he didn't."
And then
Oh.
yeah, and then they start,
Oh.
and then they start, and I'm like, Okay, I mean, okay. I'm not at a country music concert, fine, whatever."
He said,
And then
y'all."
they did, like and then they did, like, 4 songs, and they were out, and
Wow.
I was like, "Wait a minute. They
Yeah.
packed this joint." Like,
For 4
like,
songs?
it was standing room only the first time we tried to go see him, so we had to wait until the next day. They were playing at noon. This day, they were playing at 9 p.m., but we tried to get there at 8:15, and it was standing room only. People could not wait to see this band. Then they do 4 songs, and they were out.
4 songs?
Yeah.
Really? And I've never went, I've been on a couple ships with, Mason Jar, and but I've never gone to see, and I don't know who was singing on these, so I don't know if it was the country trio or not. I couldn't tell you because I didn't go because, I'm not bagging country music by no means. It's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I don't want this to come across like I'm dogging these guys at all. I understand what they're trying to do. It's a themed experience. That's fine. That's fine. But my main issue is the length of some of these shows. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But they'll play Cats for like in the theater for like 2.5 hours.
So the theater. So on this ship, it was Mamma Mia.
Well, yep, that one too.
Call
Yeah,
me an uncultured idiot. That's fine. I don't care.
yeah.
I didn't know anything about Mamma Mia.
I didn't either.
In my mind, Mamma Mia was um I made this whole story up in my head. I didn't even research it. I knew it was going to be Mamma Mia, and I should have at least read about it to see, what it was, but
You making up your
it
own backstory?
yeah. So the backstory I had in my mind that Mamma Mia was, it was set in the late 1800s, early 1900s, like Italy or something, because Mamma Mia, I thought it was
Yeah.
like Italian. I didn't know it was just Mamma Mia. I thought it was Mamma Mia. Um, and I thought, it was like some Italian
Holy
love
shit.
story from what I didn't know.
Oh my god.
What I didn't know, it was a modern day story
Yeah,
that involved email, cell phones, a lot of sexual references.
yeah, yeah.
the 30-second story of Mamma Mia was, this lady back in the day in the late 70s met this dude, uh, went to some beach with him. They got it on. He took off. A week later, 2 weeks later, she meets this other dude.
Right.
One thing leads to another. They go to the same beach.
Hibbity dibbity.
The hibbity-dibbity goes down. He disappears somewhere. Week, maybe 2 weeks later, this old floozy takes another dude back to the same beach. One thing leads to another. Bada bing, bada bang. Somewhere within this month of, taking all these dudes to this beach, she gets pregnant.
Mm.
Daughter's 21 now. She's getting married. She doesn't know who her dad is. Mom never talks about it. She finds mom's journal, finds these guys' names, secretly invites them to the wedding, all to try to figure out who her dad is. And of course, there's songs, and it's a musical.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any of that was happening. Like, kept waiting for the guy to come out, throwing pizzas in there. And like I said, I'm uncultured swine. I guess
Hey.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I wasn't into Mamma Mia. I don't know if you ended up liking it or not, but I mean, I'm not. I've said this. I don't know how many times on our podcast. I'm not a big Broadway person per se. It's got to be something really geared towards me that I would, like Wizard of Oz. I like that because I know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mamma Mia, on the other hand, I walked out and told I told the slot whisperer, I said, "You can sit here and watch this if you want. I'm out." And she was like, "Thank God." Because I'm going with you. So
So the day we went, everybody was doing their own thing, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to go catch this." Now, I'm going to say this. The only reason I caught it was to talk about it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, a few things that I do now that I didn't do before for content. But so everybody was doing their own thing. So me, Steve, and Brian go to see it. I look over at these two 10 minutes in, and they are snoozing away. So I kept nudging them. I was like, "Hey, we can go anytime you want." And then something pops up. So I didn't finish the whole thing. Disclaimer. Something popped up at some point and said during the show there'll be a 15-minute intermission.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm half hour into this thing now. They're sleeping, and I'm like, there's still going to be a 15-minute intermission at some point, and then they're going to come back. This thing's about to be 3 hours long. I don't know if I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did talk to a few people about it and, told them the same story I just told you, and I was encouraged, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just because I feel like I have to now. They actually made a movie of Mama.
Well, yeah, I haven't watched the movie either, but I think there's 2 of them out, a 1 and a 2.
There is. I'm going to watch them. I got to give it a fair shake because now I'm involved. Like, who was the dad? It's like
you
Jerry
gotta at least
Springer.
know that part. hey, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get to the end of that movie, and they're gonna be like, "We don't care who the dad is. We love all you guys."
Yeah.
Oh, and then hugs, and everybody's best friends, and drinking at the bar later on, singing show tunes.
Yeah.
That's how I envision the end of that in my mind.
Oh, of course. Yeah, because one of the dudes is like married and has a family and everything now anyway. So, and then one dude never wanted kids. I'm sure it's going to be him. That's going to be the
Probably.
dad.
That'd be my guess.
The one who said he never wanted kids, and now he all of a sudden's got a 21-year-old that's getting married. The hard part's over.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't even have to pay child support. Boom. I love you too, whatever your name is.
Yeah, that's what I foresee happening is, like you said, Ben, even though you're my dad, now I've got 2 more friends.
Right? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
All 3 of you are banging my mom within a week of each other.
I know. How do you even process that? Why would you wanna know that anyway? My mom's a whore.
Yeah, I had no idea the show was about some floozy
Yeah.
getting it on with every
Yeah.
guy who takes her to a specific beach,
No doubt. All you had to say was, "Hey, how you doing?" She's naked.
uh, especially if she's on that beach. It must be called
Yeah.
Hibbity Dibbity Beach.
Oh, oh, hibbity dibbity beach. Hell yeah. Oh,
But I will
shit.
say the performers, though, were great. Oh, and get this. So before the show starts, they got that big TV screen, projector screen, whatever you call it, and it
Mhm.
starts showing you a bio of all the, I guess, do you call them actors?
Um,
All the actors,
yeah, sure. I don't know.
whatever they are. It shows you a list and shows you the picture and a bio, where they went to school and performing arts school and all this kind of stuff. There's like 10 different cast members. They show up there and everybody's England, Scotland, blah, 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 Knoxville, Tennessee.
What?
One of them was Knoxville. Yeah. One of them was Knoxville,
Seriously?
Tennessee.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did
What's
you
that?
clap extra hard for that one?
No. What is that? Johnson Bible College that's here. He went
Yeah,
there to college and then went on somewhere
that
else for
place is a
performing
cult.
arts.
I'm just playing. I don't know nothing about that place.
Yeah. So anyway, entertainment. What else was there? Did not make it to the music hall because on the schedule it said the band name, and I hate that I'm judgy about a book by its cover kind of thing, but it said something about somebody in the jazz band or something. I'm not Jazz isn't really my thing, and at that particular point in the night where I'm looking for something to keep me
Yeah,
awake and
upbeat.
and
Yeah.
involved, jazz just wasn't where it was, so
Yeah.
I didn't go. And then another band I didn't go see, they had the word orchestra in their name, and I
No, nope,
no, I'm
nope,
not going there
nope.
either.
That sounds like a snooze fest. Nope, can't do that either.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
so,
nowhere ever gonna be that sophisticated.
right. And, the second ship in a row now, I did not go to Crazy Quest. Crazy Quest, see if you agree with this. It's one of those things that if you've seen one, I mean, you've seen one, you've seen them all. You know
Yeah.
exactly what's gonna happen
Oh,
and
yeah.
how people are gonna react to it.
Yeah. There's always gonna be some lady take her panties off or something. Somebody's gonna be shaking their booty. Dudes are gonna put on girls' clothes and try to, twerk and, that type of thing. It's all cut and paste from one ship to the other. Everybody, you're not gonna see any groundbreaking comedy on the Quest at
Right.
all.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we might have covered this once. One of the most embarrassing moments I ever had was, in that Quest game show. I actually got picked out of the audience as a participant, and I ended up in a woman's bra, and
That's
then,
see?
yeah, some old church lady handed me, half a wig. Like, she had a
Said a half
she
a wig.
well, so she had a wig on, but then the bun part of the wig was another wig.
Oh,
So she
Lord.
gives me the bun part, and I'm bald. I have nothing to attach a clip. So I just had to balance it on the top of my head and still do all the things that they
Yeah.
wanted me to do.
Yeah.
And I had a shirt tied around my waist and, all that stuff.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
it's it's all cut and paste from one ship to the next. But I'm
yeah.
like you. If you've seen it once, that you probably got the gist of it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I don't feel bad at all about missing it. I like I said before, there are more things I need to make sure I catch 4 content. But it's still, I mean, there's plenty of other things to do on the ship that
But yeah, yeah.
we're not missing a piece of the episode because I didn't go to Crazy Quest. Man, I think that's about it on the entertainment. Overall, I mean, without me, I mean, like I said, I feel bad. I'm not giving anybody a bad review. I'm
You were
just
pretty brutal.
well, it's just my personal opinion is, you know, if I want to sit and listen to music in one spot for an hour, I think that should be an option.
No, no, I get it. I get it. All right. After that brutal take on entertainment, let's talk about some food. What you ate and the best thing you ate, worst thing you ate.
So the best thing I ate was Playmaker's chicken sandwich.
Ooh, good choice.
It was great. I will definitely go back to Playmakers and get another chicken sandwich.
That's a solid choice, JD.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, people can say chops, filet mignon, whatever they want,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what? I can get a great filet mignon. I can get a great chicken sandwich here too. I mean, I'm not saying that. Um, I eat filet mignon and steak so much that I wanted
Yeah.
something different, and I hadn't
Yeah.
had a chicken sandwich in a long time, but it was great. Chicken sandwich was. The main dining food was, you know, status quo. I mean, it was the same.
Mid? Above mid?
It was mid.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It was mid.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, the Italian night that they do,
Uh-huh.
the chicken parm. I
Mm,
mean, that's my favorite, and this chicken parm was probably one of the better ones I get it on every ship. It was probably one of the better ones I've had. And then the other night, most of the time I just get the strip steak.
gotcha.
And then, you know, Latin night or whatever you call it, Mexican night,
Uh-huh.
the carne asada
Mm,
on Mexican night. I get it on every ship. On this ship, it was perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of times, depending on how you cook skirt steak, it can be
Right.
pretty tough.
Yeah,
This
it
was
can
as
be
tender.
chewy as shit.
Yeah, this one was as tender as a fillet, and it was very good. I wish they would have it every night. It was so good.
Nice. Yeah, I like the carne asada on Mexican night. I don't, of course, you know, I'm like you. I don't do main dining every night, but I do love that carne asada on Mexican night.
Right. Windjammer, never stepped foot in it. Not once on this ship.
Not once? Not
Not
even for
once. I
breakfast?
No, I usually hit the Solarium because they're, you
Oh,
know,
I forgot about, yeah. Yeah, there you
that's the
go.
best kept secret. They've got
Yes, it
everything that
is.
Windjammer has without the crowd.
Yes,
So
exactly. Pro tip, people, he just put it out there for you.
exactly. Yeah, Solarium is the place to get. Hey, and just to extend on that pro tip a little further, embarkation day. Everybody rushes to the Windjammer. Solarium got the exact same food out. And
Boom.
there's I mean, look, it's not even a third of the people. It's less than that. There's like 30
Yeah.
people in there.
Good tip. I had even forgot about that while we're sitting here talking about it. And I do go to the solarium, you know, especially for breakfast, especially on embarkation. And I even forgot about that. People, this man knows what he's talking about. Boom.
Yeah. So and then we did you gotta go to Johnny Rockets to get a milkshake. Never disappoints. It was great.
I know we
Uh
talked about, did you go and get one this time without the vodka tonic?
yes. Yeah. That was one of my recovery days.
Yeah.
So yeah, not to get into it too deep, but for those of you who don't know, prior to this cruise, I abstained from alcohol, carbs, sugar for almost 60 days.
Damn.
Big mistake. Big mistake. If you're into food and alcohol and you're going on a cruise, train for it. train for it because I'm telling you, yeah. I mean, I'm getting back on that right now, but I don't have a cruise schedule for a little
Uh,
while, so it'll be all
he said
right. But
trade for it.
yeah,
So, in other words, get off of it, get off of that diet like a week and a half before. Is this what you're saying?
exactly. Yep. Because my body did not like it at all. And usually I always have at least one good recovery day on a ship where I don't do shit all day. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I had 2.5 on this ship. Yeah, I was not feeling well at all.
Yeah.
Uh, so the milkshake was one of my recovery days. My belly just started feeling better and said, "Hey, instead of having a hard day with drink, let's have a hard day with food."
Ooh.
So that day for lunch, I had Sorrentos, and
Can't pass that up.
Sorrentos is Sorrentos. I mean,
Yeah.
Sorrentos is way better at 2 o'clock in the morning than it is at noon. Way better.
Right. Right.
And that's circumstantial. That's not that they do anything different. Oh, smashed some Serranos for lunch. Couple hours later, we decide to go to Playmakers because the other people that were with me didn't take the day off from drinking. So they wanted to go get a drink. I went with
Gotcha.
them. So we did Serranos for lunch, and then a few hours later, we went to Playmakers. On the way, we stopped at the doghouse.
Oh, yeah. Hey, those buns have gotten so much better. They're nice
I
and
agree.
soft now. Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Did you
The
get you a
buns,
dog?
yeah. I got me a dog, and what's funny is I get my dog, and I say, "Hey, do you happen to have chili?" And the guy looks me dead in the eye and says, "Somebody asked me that on the last cruise, why we don't have chili for our hot dogs. I just learned about chili on hot dogs." And I was like, "What? How have you never heard of a chili dog before?"
I know, right? That's like
It
a
didn't throw
staple.
me right. It didn't throw me off as much that they didn't have chili as him saying he's never heard of a chili dog. That I mean, granted, he was, a little Filipino guy. Maybe they don't have
Right?
chili dogs in the Philippines. I don't know.
I
But
don't know either, but eh.
but surely I'm not the second person that's ever asked for it.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, maybe he's new to the ship. I don't know. Maybe he's new to a
maybe,
ship with the doghouse. Who knows?
maybe.
But surely
Um,
somebody in that cruise before you said, "Y'all got chili?"
yeah,
Other than you and
he said
some
I was
other
the second
random
person to
dude.
ask. Yeah. So
Wow.
we smash our hot dogs minus chili, and then we go over to Johnny Rockets. Got us a shake.
The shake.
Yep.
Are the
And
shakes
then
good?
I mean, yeah, it's a shake. I mean,
Nothing special about it. Like, I don't know.
they got your basic strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. I did see for the first time. I mean, I've never asked for anything other than chocolate. I did see somebody get an Oreo shake. But no, I mean it's a same as you'd get at McDonald's or
Okay. I didn't know if it was like just a little bit more elevated from some other shake or something. I've never gotten one. I don't know why. Because, it's not like I drink shakes all the time anyway, though, but.
well, here's the thing, and here's another tip if you didn't know this. Johnny Rockets food, other than breakfast is complimentary, but
Right,
any food after that is an extra charge. It's a
right.
specialty dining. But your shakes, if you have any kind of beverage package, is included in the beverage
Oh,
package.
no, didn't know that
You've
part either. Huh.
Yep, you've already paid for it. So because they are mass produced, and so what they're doing is you go in there and you order a chocolate shake. There are 5 different blender, what do you call them, pitchers
Uh-huh.
already filled with the shake, and they just reach
Really?
over and pour it in there because they're I mean, the line, I stood in a 15-person line to get a shake, and there's one little girl making all these shakes. So, I mean, that was smart how she was doing it. They're not
Right.
making it fresh to order, you know what I mean? Um,
All right.
because now if they weren't part of the drink package, I believe, then you would get your more elevated one, as you say,
Gotcha.
Yeah, but
Okay. I didn't
you're
know.
whipping out 100 shakes every 15 minutes. Y
Gotcha.
Your choices are gonna be limited.
Because I know they got that one thing on the Icon class ships. But it's all paid too. It's not even part of the drink package. That some some shake place. I think it's called Deserted, something like that. And it's these $30 shakes that you can get. And I'm like, that shake better be damn good. And not that I've ever gotten one because I don't see how a shake could be $30. So
Oh, no. No, but now that you say that, I kinda wanna see what a
yeah, I wouldn't
$30
mind
shake
seeing
tastes
what it
like.
looked like, but I ain't buying one by no means. No. You get one and then let me get a sip.
There are a lot of things I'll share a sip of, stuff like shakes and stuff like that.
You know there's gonna be some washback. You
Oh,
know.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I mean, watch your straw when you take a sip of a shake. There's some that hit your lips, and then you take your lips off the straw, and it goes back in. Other
Yeah.
beverages, you know it's happening, but you can't see it.
Yeah.
Shake, you could see it.
I mean, like, take 2 steps back, grab that spoon,
Right,
get your
right, right.
little get your little dollop, and get out of
There you go.
here.
There you go. So yeah, that's it for food. That's about all we did.
Okay.
Um, I tell you this. I went into the Promenade Cafe
Uh-huh.
and I just wanted something small. I didn't really want a meal. And they have those little pre-made sandwiches.
Yeah, but
Oh, dude, this egg salad sandwich was
Yeah.
probably one of the best egg salad sandwiches I ever had. And I eat egg salad sandwiches at home probably 3 times a week. I love them.
I say blood, but I've gone there plenty times, after drinking, and there's no telling what the hell I've eaten out of there. Sometimes those sandwiches look like they've been sitting in that little cooler that they pull them out of for a while. You know what I'm saying? Because there's,
But yeah.
not the glass case, but the little metal cooler that's sitting right there, and they pull all the stuff out of there as you're ordering.
Right,
I
right.
know
Because you
some,
point to it in the glass case and say,
yeah,
"I want that." Then they turn around and they pull the actual sandwich out of the cooler.
yeah.
Yeah, and, also too, notable mention, 3 times on the ship, I got El Borreloco.
Did you? Got you
Oh,
some Mexican food, huh?
I actually it was an accident, but I noticed it before I hit post, and, I put it in a little picture montage on our Instagram. I
Uh-huh.
didn't mean to include the plate of nachos that I made, but right before I hit post, I saw it, and I was like, I'm leaving it. So I left it there.
I'm putting it out
Yeah,
there in the world. Boop.
that's my favorite thing to do, man. You take a bowl of the chips that they have sitting there, and you
Oh,
throw them
yeah.
on a plate, get some of that nacho cheese, and then put all that meat on there.
Oh, yeah, and then go get all the fixings and throw it on top. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've done the
Oh,
same thing.
yeah, that was one of the best, lunches I had on the ship was that plate of nachos.
I'll do the same thing with the burrito, man. It's already wrapped up, but I take that thing, unwrap it, put it on my plate, go back through the line so I can get all the cheese and the
Yeah.
beans and all that stuff, put all that on top, and then go get me some sour cream and lettuce and pico de gallo and all this other stuff. Oh yeah, man. I wear it out. Love that.
Now
Mm.
see, I got the burrito on the very first day, and I
Uh-huh.
thought about doing that, but instead, I did what you did, but kind of the lazy way. I put all that stuff on a plate, and I dipped every bite in the stuff. Because without it, for those of you who don't know, listen, that food at El Burro Loco is really good. Those burritos, they have
Mhm.
no sauce in them whatsoever. They got rice in them, beans, and whatever you get, the beef or the chicken,
Yeah,
but
it'll
there's
choke you.
no tomatoes in there. There's no pico. There's no sauce. It's pretty dry.
Yeah.
You try to eat that, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put a little something on it to make it taste the way it needs to taste.
Right, right.
Most
But
definitely.
But yeah, that's it for food, man. Yeah.
Sounds like you went around the world in the food business there.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get to I know you like this one. Bars. Best bar, best drink, most often drink.
Ooh, okay. Most often drink is going to be from the Mason jar. It's called a no joke smoke and coke.
Oh yeah,
You
I
sh-
seen the video. That looked delicious.
Yeah, and the video of what he's talking about's up on the Instagram and TikTok as well. I'm pretty sure I said it right. Said it right. No joke, smoke and coke. And so what it is a bourbon and coke. And so they start you out with a mason jar, ice in it, some bourbon. Then they smoke. They take a torch and whatever they do to make it put smoke in the ice and the bourbon. Then they cover it with the lid. They give you your can of Coke. You let it smoke for a few minutes. And I saw some pros in there. Oh man,
Yeah?
they were taking the jar with the lid on it, and they were doing like a circular motion, like mixing the ice and the bourbon in the
Uh-huh.
smoke, and then they would set it down for a second. Then they would pick it back up, and they would do it again. Then they would take the lid off, put their Coke in it. I didn't know that. They slide it to me. I take the lid off, put the Coke in it. But anyway, the smoky flavor gets in the ice.
Uh-huh.
So it adheres to the ice cubes and the bourbon, and I've got quite a few of those. It was pretty good.
Was it? Oh, and
Yeah,
I love some bourbon. I've got to try that one. I most
yeah.
definitely have to try that one.
Yeah, of course, I had my, you know, already standing favorite drinks on the cruise ships, which is the Giropo and Boleros. Of course, I had some of those. What I drink most often, you'll see me carrying around, is just a Grey Goose and soda water.
Gotcha.
And what they call it on the ship is I do a Grey Goose soda water NFL.
I like to squeeze a little bit of the lime in there and then run it across the rim of my glass. But that's just me. You know, everybody's got their own little quirks.
Right. So that was my most. So my favorite drink is that no joke smoking Coke. Um, man, I might have to say my new favorite bar might be the Mason jar. But and I know that's not on every ship, but it was. I mean, the atmosphere was great. The
Nice.
bartenders were awesome. Um, you know, and I've got my usual favorites, the pub, Boleros, all that, like I said. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I spent most time in the Mason jar on this ship.
Really?
And it's on deck 15 where everything else is at. So
Uh-huh.
they weren't I was gonna get lunch in there one day and they weren't serving lunch that day. So I sat down, ordered my drink, walked about 20 steps, and I was at El Borreloco. Made me some nachos, came back to Mason Jar with my nachos. And yeah, so it's right around the corner from El Burro Loco on 15. El Burro's on one side of the ship, Mason Jar's on the other.
hmm
And all that's in between them is that where you can look over down into Central Park
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
where the zip line is. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so it's right there. Yeah, so location wise, it was great. The atmosphere was great. Bartenders were awesome. Um, one bartender I want to give a shout out to for
Shout
sure.
out.
Yes, his name was Floyd. Floyd in the Mason Jar on the Allure of the Seas.
Floyd
Super
in the
cool dude.
mason jar, allure of the seas. You the man.
Yes, and one other guy I want to give a shout out to. His name is actually Enrico.
Enrico
He
Suave.
he's from the Philippines.
Oh, yeah?
His name is Enrico, and he looks like Jackie Chan. People have told him the Jackie Chan thing so much, and that's in the bow and stern, by the way, on the Allure of the Seas, bow and
Gotcha.
stern, Enrico. Um, when he was introduced to us as Jackie Chan. And as soon as we said, hi, and so anytime we went in there to grab a drink, he would come out and go, "Wah!" You know, and and he really played on it, but super good dude.
Nice. Oh, Enrique. Good job, buddy.
Yeah. Um, I think I answered all those bar questions. Favorite drink, favorite bar, and most often. Yeah, mason jar.
Hmm.
3 for 3.
So, how did the other bars fare out?
Uh, I hit quite a few of them. Playmakers is Playmakers.
Hmm.
I went there, I went to Playmakers for Bloody Mary's one
I've
recovery
seen
day.
that video too.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And they hit a little different. I don't know if it was just the day or what the deal was, but Playmakers is where I got on this ship, my favorite Bloody Marys. Um
Breakfast of Champions.
and espresso martinis, we covered this, and I put you on a mission, and you actually did it on your last trip. The stout espresso martini from the Bow and
Yeah.
Stern with the
It's
Guinness in it.
that's in my it's in my repertoire now.
Yep. Great martinis in there. Boleros, of course, for the Giropos. We did that. I almost forgot. This ship, the Pesky Parrot.
Pesky Parrot. That's brand spanking new, ain't it?
It is. It is. And it's where the Bionic bar, which we said earlier, they could get rid of the Bionic bars and do something different in there. The
Yeah.
Pesky Parrot is where the Bionic bar was prior to their
Uh-huh.
revamp. That place is cool. It's the tiki theme. They have a mechanical parrot in there that says stuff to you every so often. A
Gotcha.
bunch of like dad joke kind of things. And the vibe in there was cool. But all their drinks, of course, you can get the same drinks you get anywhere in there.
Right.
But
Right.
every bar has their signature drinks, like Bolero's Giropo and
Uh-huh.
Bow and Stern's that stout martini. Lime and the coconut is all your frozen drinks, or the most
Yeah.
common ordered
Goombay
at those bars.
smash. Yeah.
Yeah. Pesky Parrot, every drink had like pineapple juice and orange juice, and it was all your quote tropical drinks that aren't frozen drinks.
Mm.
And I didn't try any of them.
Sound too sweet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind some sugary drinks, 1 or 2 a day, but whenever one drink has the entire sugar count for the week,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I it just takes away from the taste to me. So at the Pesky Parrot, I got Grey Goose and soda water.
There you go.
Um,
Hey, I'm like you, man. I can drink 1 or 2 of them things, but, I'm not there for the super sugary stuff. It don't do me no good. I don't
right.
like it.
The glasses are super cool. All the glasses are clear glass totem poles. That's what they
Oh,
look like. The
do
faces
you
on
get to
them.
keep them?
Man, if I could have figured out a way to get one of them off there without getting in trouble, I'm
Right?
not condoning stealing by any means, but people, you paid for it.
Yeah. I'm sure some of them made their way home to some people.
Oh,
Be my
absolutely.
guess. Yeah.
To be completely honest, if there, and maybe there is, I didn't check on it to know if they do or don't. But if there's an option, hey, for $15 you could buy one of these glasses. I would probably buy one.
Yeah. Yeah, and
But
it
that's the
would
thing about
replace
glasses,
trying to buy one of them cheap plastic, specialty cup things they try to give you.
exactly. But the thing with glasses, you can't. It'd be odd just to have one of them in your cabinet, so you have to get
Right.
two.
You're the only one with one. You're like, look at my
Yeah,
glass. Yeah.
and you show
Mm.
up with your one, and then we finally got a matching set.
Oh, shoot. God dang it.
Dude, I almost forgot the pesky parrot.
I
It
can't
was a
believe
cool
that
place.
either because we had kind of went over that for a couple seconds before we started. Huh. I even forgot about it, but that's cool. I want to see it for myself. What do you think about? Okay, this is gonna be a good one for you. Casino, good or bad to you?
Overall, um, overall, the casino was pretty tough on me. Um, there was better nights than others, worse nights than others. So
Right.
overall, yeah, I paid for my next 2 discounted cruises.
Gotcha. Did you like the casino? Good setup?
Did I and I remember you saying on the last episode when we talked about me going on this ship, and of course you were there before it was revamped. I believe you even said that the spacing was a little bit better in between slot machines than other
Yeah.
ships, and that was true. I mean, there was a little bit more spacing than other ships. You just can't go down the aisle.
No, at all.
Yeah, this one there was a little bit more space. Of course, not as much as your land-based casinos, but
Right.
they got to work with the space they have. Um, wh- so I'm a big poker player. I play on every ship. This ship had the electronic poker tables.
What'd you think about that? Now, when you say electronic, what do you mean? Is it is there a dealer still? I mean, or is it just like it was back in the day, just straight up electronic, no dealer?
No dealer, 100% electronic. So when you get your cards, you know how it's common in Texas Hold'em that you take one hand to shield your cards and then the other
Uh-huh.
hand to pull up the corner. So
Right.
this one, you put your hand on the glass where so there's an animation that your cards come to you. Then you put your hand on the glass, you hit a button that says show, and the corners of your cards flip up underneath your hand. The
Uh-huh.
problem is everybody's pretty friendly. You know, you're on vacation. You're not at the World Series of Poker.
Right.
The first night I was playing it, I was probably 20 drinks in. I would cup my hand and think I was looking at my cards. And the guy across the table was like, "Hey, I can see your cards." Like, what? You're like 6 seats away from me on the other side of the table. How could you possibly see my cards? And then the guy next to me was like, "Yeah, I can see them too. I didn't say anything because I folded, whatever."
So
And
what are
so,
you supposed to do?
well, there's a certain way you have to angle your hands, your hand to see your cards.
Right.
And if your hand isn't angled right, you think you're the only one seeing the cards, but you're not. Other people
Oh
can see
no.
them. So there's like, and I played it, I think 3 times on the ship, and I don't know if I ever really got the angle. And it sounds like I'm sure somebody's saying, how complicated could it be? I play a lot of cards, and I've played on electronic tables before. This table was wonky the way that I mean, it was weird. I got the hang of it. So my answer is, after I got the hang of it, you do get a lot more hands in than you would with a regular dealer. And and here's the thing, with a regular dealer, the house takes a rake of the pot. It's
Uh-huh.
usually, 5% or something like that. So you think with electronic table, they eliminate having to take a rake of the pot, right?
Right.
No,
No?
they still
No.
rake as though there was a dealer.
But there ain't a dealer. I mean, I guess there's an electronic dealer, but I don't
Yeah,
know if you
and you're paying for
consider
it.
that a dealer.
Well, you're paying to use their software, I guess, because they they still take a rake.
Yeah, that don't sound right, but I guess that's the way the world's going now, though, you know?
Yeah, which I mean, if you play poker, you already take into consideration there's going to be a rake. So I mean, it's not new. You would just think there wouldn't be with no dealer,
Right.
but there is.
Do you think that's gonna be the new thing going forward? Electronic tables everywhere?
100%.
Really?
Yep. The problem
I
is
could see
the
it.
the problem we had with it on this ship was I like to play during sea days. There's always 2 tournaments a day, one in the
Mhm.
morning and one in the evening. They didn't have the tournaments on this ship because the tournament mode for the computer program for the table was broken.
So, I mean, that don't make a whole lot of sense either. You would think, there's a dude who comes in and hits the reset button every so often, We're back
Exactly.
up and running, boys.
Yeah, I mean,
Shut it off for
it
20 seconds, turn it
and
back
I
on.
only I only heard this from another, cruise goer, card player that was sitting there with me. It wasn't from anybody affiliated with Royal, but something about they couldn't fix it till they got back to land. So, apparently, there's nobody on the ship that is capable of fixing I don't know. Seems like they would
That
have somebody trained for that.
Yeah, that don't make a lot of sense either. Okay. Uh, nope, don't really nope, I don't
So,
agree with that.
overall, it was cool. There's an adjustment period. Um, I like that you got to play hands faster, more hands per hour. That's a big thing with poker players is
Mhm.
hands per hour. All of that was good. It wasn't super easy to load money on it either. So there's a separate kiosk you go to, and you do something on the kiosk, and then you go over to the table and you put your card in the table, and then you got to pull the money that you just put on the kiosk onto the table electronically.
That sounds like it could be a better process.
And listen, it was my first time doing it. The casino host walked me through it. Maybe somebody knows a way to eliminate a step or something. I didn't know it. Um, yeah, so maybe there is a step that could be eliminated to make it easier. I just know what the casino host showed me, and I did every time
Gotcha.
I got on the table.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that whole going to the kiosk first, I mean, it was strange.
I can see yeah, the hamsters are running around that little circle in your head. You're just thinking back on it like, yeah, I don't know if I really like that either.
Yeah, I mean, 20 drinks in, I see an open seat at the table, and I just walk full speed and in one motion slam down into the seat, and I'm like, "What do I do now?" They're like, "Oh, you gotta go talk to him." Okay. And
Didn't
then
even get to yeah.
10 seconds into the conversation with the casino host, he finally decided, "I'm just gonna get up and do it for you. Here, give me your card." So, take that into consideration too.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Um, give me an overall vibe of the ship. Like, what was it like? Was it energetic? Was it family oriented? Was it geriatric? What'd you think?
So, I'll defend Royal to the death on, um, Royal's not a party ship. Carnival's the party ship. People
Right,
I
right, right. Yeah.
totally disagree. I've had a party every time I've been on a Royal, just as good as I did cruising with Carnival.
Hmm.
Um, some of the parties aren't as crazy, but that's just whatever you're into. With that being said, my usual group of people I end up partying with on Royal ships, I did not find that on this particular ship.
Mm,
Not saying they weren't there. It just didn't happen that way on this ship. There's usually always a group that I end up in the same bar with every night. We decide to
right,
meet up and we, pass shots around and just have a great time. Didn't
right,
have that on this ship. And we booked the week that we did thinking to ourselves, it's 2 weeks before the standard spring break around
right.
around the world. There were more kids on this ship than I have seen in the summertime on the ship. And, that's probably another discussion for another day, but real quick, I'm wondering if today's day and age of homeschooling, how many homeschool kids there are.
Yeah, that
It
probably factors in.
I'm wondering if it does. I mean, because there was a lot of kids on this ship.
Yeah, I'd say that probably does factor in some because there is a lot of, as compared to, when we went to school, you didn't hardly ever hear about somebody who was homeschooled. And if they was being homeschooled, they was probably like, they had killed, six people in, two states over. So now they got to move to
Yeah,
this state
yeah,
and they, they can't go to
yeah,
regular school.
yeah. They set their books on fire in the middle of the classes
Yeah.
all the time. And now they're not allowed in school anymore. Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, and I think even now compared to 10 years ago, it just you didn't hear about it much. Now it's so common.
Yeah, it's a thing now. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but there was a lot of kids and part of my mindset was, well, maybe some of these kids are from foreign countries where their spring break is 2 weeks sooner.
Could
But
be.
no, a lot of these kids were American kids. And I don't know. I don't know what it was, but the vibe was, it wasn't a lot, and I'm not even gonna say it was a lot of, older people.
Mhm.
I'm not because there was your average amount of, the different age groups, but
Right,
it
right.
just wasn't,
Multi-generational.
right. The casino, there was a party group in the casino every night,
There you
which
go.
I don't know if there ever isn't.
Right? Especially when we get in there.
Right, right. Yeah, but outside the casino, man, it was just, average. But, I mean, we still partied, we still had a good time.
Yeah, and that's all it is.
There were 6 in our group, so we had a good party. And don't get me wrong, we were in the bow and stern one night, and, there was, like, a adult family, of, like, 10 people sitting at one table, and I was, you know, I was feeling no pain. One of them asked me something about my talking ship hat, and, of course, I spin around, and we get into it, and then so my table orders a round of woo-woo shots, and they're like, "Oh,
Woo.
what's that?" So I told the waiter, "Bring them around of woo-woos." So they did, and,
That's how we
I
do.
took yeah, yeah, yeah. So, anyway, we did a couple rounds of shots together, but then but then I never saw them again. So,
Oh,
typically on ships, that happens, and then we meet up at another
yeah.
bar and do the same thing.
You
No,
most definitely run into those people again, and you're like, "Hey, woo woo," and then, you might even go get but you didn't have that didn't happen?
never saw him again.
Wow. Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably got
So,
kicked off or something.
yeah,
Too bad for
so,
them.
yeah, so shout out to them, they did take a sticker, so they know who we are,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they were Eagles fans, but I don't think they lived in Philly. Whatever adjoining place that you wouldn't say Philly that likes the Eagles, that's where they're from.
Gotcha. Huh, okay. Alright. We're gonna ask you, this is an important question here, JD. Is the Allure, is it a must book or get around to it when I get around to it?
Must book.
Must book. There you go.
Yep. I would do it again immediately. Although, I like to try to do a different ship every time. If the next ship worked out the best, that it was the Allure of the Seas, I would not be mad at all.
On it. Hell yeah. And now, the number one question of the night, of the day, of the century, overall rating.
With the worst ship I've ever been on being a Carnival ship, and no,
Hey, we're
we're
not
doing.
trying to throw shade, Carnival.
I mean, that was direct shade, Carnival. Uh,
Yes, it
uh,
was.
uh, 0 to 5-star rating.
0 to 5.
I give it a 5-star.
Hell yeah. Oh, you got to write that on the fact sheet.
I will.
5-star,
Yes.
folks. You hear it here today. He
Yep.
gives it a must book and it's a 5-star. That's pretty good right there. I don't,
Yeah.
you know, that's pretty good for a ship.
Even
Hmm.
though I threw some shade on, some entertainment factors and stuff, that's just personal opinion.
Yeah.
Being a musician, being a music guy, I'm really hard on the music stuff. Um, for a vacation band you see for 15 minutes at a time, they were all great. They're just, I want certain things, and I, you know, I settle.
Yeah. And here's the thing. We've said it plenty of times. Don't get on any cruise ship or whatever and think everything is going to be immaculate, perfect, a number one, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. There's no rust, there's no this. That's not how it works, people. You make the best of your vacation. That's how you make a
Exactly.
good vacation.
Exactly. And everybody's going to have their personal opinions on this and that. And like I said, there was a group that followed this country trio around. I didn't think they were great, but hey, who
Yeah,
cares?
that's what made them happy. So there you go.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you've heard it here first, folks. Overall rating, 5-star, and it's a must book. Boom.
Heck yeah. All right, shipheads, that's going to do it for this episode covering the Allure of the Seas.
Allure.
When we talked last time, I said there were some big things coming. There's still some big things coming. The site I talked about, talkingshipshow.com.
Talkingshipshow.com.
That is up and running. There's still more that's being done with that, but for now, there's ways to listen on the various platforms.
Yes, sir.
And most importantly, there is a button you click to contact us. It's our email. Eventually, there'll be forms, fancy forms and all that. But for now, it's just an email. Ship us an email with questions, comments.
It's in its baby stages right now, people. But my man JD right here, he's got some big ideas, and I'm on board for it. It's going to be something.
Heck yeah. If everything works out the way that it's in my head. But my head is like the first generation Apple computer.
Oh, dial up.
Old Macintosh before it was Apple. It was Macintosh. So if I could figure out how to get these ideas into modern technology without spending $1 million a month.
Right. I think you got it, bro. I think you got it, bro. Hey, look, I'm your biggest fan right now. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll follow you wherever you say, we got this.
Hey, side by side, we can make it happen.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, shipheads, we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.